It's starting. It's starting. It's still going.
There it is.
Holy cock thistle. We're live.
We're live. Hot dog, we have a wiener.
Mm-hmm. All 4 feet 11 of it.
Oh, wait, what? You need to get that looked at, sir.
Yes, it's cold.
Ah, okay. All right, well then. Let's see if we can do this without throwing my voice out. Live from Studio 511. It's the 270th edition. 70th? Yes, 270th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
This is Arnold. I was posting it on Facebook.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. We very much appreciate it. If you're watching us live, congratulations. That means you have the secret perk of commenting along if you log into your YouTube account. I'll have you pulled up here on the old smartphone and just join the live chat, and I'll see what you say, and I'll try to involve you as best as I can, and you can say whatever you want in there, you know. Ask us questions, just say hi, talk shit, whatever, fact check us. It's cool. But if you're not watching us live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio. Oh, man, what a great freaking week.
Yeah,
this was a good week.
Yeah.
Really?
I ended
Are you guys all?
No, that was good.
I ended it on a downer.
On a downer?
Did you see last night's episode of The Apprentice?
No.
Holy shit.
That was the State of the Union address.
Oh, that's what that was?
Oh.
Because it just talking to half of the audience. Because the other half apparently didn't give a fuck.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah. MAGA.
I'm just gonna literally sip my tea here.
MAGA versus DACA. Hell in a Cell. Fuck it. God alone.
Oh, Lord.
What's the first thought that pops in your mind when the 2 hours and 30 minutes of NXT?
Exhausted. Dude.
You say that in a positive connotation or negative?
Positive.
Oh.
Yes.
I was wore out, man. I was wore the fuck out. And that was because I didn't even watch it on Saturday. I watched it on Sunday. Well, of course, I was.
Oh, that's your fault.
That is my fault because Saturday we're at DZW and we did live commentary that night, and it was a great show. And we should have all that up on YouTube here pretty soon. So plees stay tuned.
YouTube.
Yes.
All right.
YouTube.
Now I have no excuse.
Yes, exactly.
I'll post negative feedback.
Yeah, you would.
So did I miss something? Y'all are just doing straight YouTube now?
Well, and we're also going to be a Houston media source. I don't know what time, whatever. They're going to put it on there whenever that me. Definitely YouTube.
Good advertising.
YouTube is what we can control.
Yes. 720 or 1080?
I don't know. I'm not on that end of things. I'm on the end of things where I just talk about what happens in the ring.
I hope the quality's not as bad as Ring of Honor's website. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Because Ring of Honor is like pixels. Like it's Mario, except it's Jay Lethal.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't
Exhausting.
watch Takeover on Saturday. I watched it Sunday. And I'm full disclosure, I was sick. So I was like watching it. Well, I'm still a little sick, but not as bad as I was before. I was watching it, just laying here kind of miserable, coughing and sneezing my way through it. But I don't know if that necessarily tainted the way I saw it. But at the end of the fucking show, I was like, holy fuck, that was... And then... Man, again, the same thing that always happens with NXT when it's like, man, the build hasn't been that great, whatever. It's not going to be a good takeover. I don't care. It's not gonna. Then, bam, they hit you with the fucking amazing-ass takeover.
I actually had told that to Abel, too. I was like, dude, I'm not really even really excited. I don't even know the card. I don't even know what the hell is going on, which means it's probably going to be the best one yet.
Yep.
Shit.
And that's what happened.
Yeah. The way I felt after it was done was hopeful. I was like, all right, WWE is going to see that. They're gonna, they know they got to kick it up a notch on their usual programming, and I think they did. So, like, I think it set the precedent for the rest of the weekend, and it was badass.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
I saw it live. The same thing, exhausting. That main event,
Jesus
dude.
Christ. So many false finishes.
Right off the bat, that's a match of the week candidate right there.
Yeah.
I agree.
Instantly.
Just when you think it's over, live in the moment Saturday. Just when I'm thinking, you know what, this match might be getting a little bit too long.
Yeah.
They finished it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
And then when it's over, you think it's over, and it's still not over.
Mhm.
Yeah, I still don't think it's over.
I like to throw out what I would think would be a piping hot take, but it's probably not piping hot because it seemed like a lot of people agreed with me. But I'm gonna throw it out there. I am officially 100% a Cien Almas fan.
Nice.
I like the guy.
Nice. Well,
yeah.
you know, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I'm on board with the dude.
Wow.
Was that after Takeover or was that in the Rumble?
After Takeover.
Okay.
After Takeover. After I watched Takeover, I was like, I'm officially a fan of that guy. I kind of didn't like him for a long time, and I was like, okay, every time I saw him in a match, I could say, oh, that's the best match I've seen him in yet. And then NXT Houston happened, and I was like, all right, he had a good showing, but the thing with Drew, and he's probably going to be just a transitional champ, whatever. I don't really care that much, but Selena Vega's cool, and okay, like he's all right. He's middle of the road.
Was there a flaw
match
that he was missing that you got filled in on, or is the positive outweighing the negative enough for you to forget the negative?
I think the flaw that had been missing with him is just the fact that we've never I think the character's all right. I kind of would think that he would have been great value brand Alberto Del Rio, but after watching that match, he's not. He's a complete different other person, and just worthy of my fandom. I don't know. I know that sounds very haughty of me, but do you guys agree? Disagree?
I agree 100%. But
Okay.
I've been a Almas fan for about a year now. Ever since he
I think Takeover's
he
won me over.
Well, he won me over at the Takeover where he fought Aleister Black. That's when I was like, yo, this guy has something. Because he made that.
So he debuted when Aleister debuted.
When Aleister debuted, I took a lot of
Aleister,
but I also took then I knew it was a WrestleMania one. Then I took a lot from Cien Almas. I'm like, hey, this guy's good. I wonder if he elevates the people that he wrestles with, and throughout the now pretty much almost full calendar year, he does. He elevates people around him. He makes them look that much better, and he also makes himself look. Say progressive because he stays just badass. But one thing Abel said that he got right, he just kicked it into that last gear this Saturday, and I was just like, God damn. And not to take anything away from Johnny Wrestling, because damn, dude, he's amazing, dude.
He kicked it into a certain gear that I've never seen Del Rio get into, and that's why I'm done making any kind of comparison saying that he's going to be like a failed Del Rio.
Yeah.
Del Rio doesn't have that gear. Del Rio is a fucking Flintstones car where you just get the same speed with the same legs.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree.
Did the right wrestler win?
I think so, because we're still thinking about it. If Johnny had won, we'd be like, oh, that was a good feel-good story. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, what's next? And then Cien Almas would have debuted the next day at the Royal Rumble. And like, okay, that's cool. That's transitional, whatever. Awesome. Since he didn't win, we're left with more questions than answers, which is fucking awesome for NXT. It keeps you wanting to know more of the product. And yeah, it's going to be the next 2 weeks of bullshit episodes after a takeover. Like it always
just one.
Or just one, yeah. But dude, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think you took the words out of my mouth too, that you have more questions coming out of it. The easy booking answer would have been just give it to Gargano. Oh, he's lost here, lost there, lost that.
Daniel Bryan story. They literally kept saying that over and over.
And that, Cien Almas, in a lot of people's minds, in my mind too, he's just going to be transitional because of what happened with Drew. So with this win, I still have respect for Gargano. I still know who he is. He's like Sami Zayn, where he's going to be the perennial loser because he's good at losing. God damn, he's good at losing. But they made something out of Cien. So if Cien had lost, okay, you made Gargano, but a lot of people still really like Gargano anyway. Winner, right person won. Because also there's more questions now. What the hell is going to happen to Gargano?
There's more wrinkles in their feud with Zelina Vega and Candice LeRae. Yeah, that whole thing was awesome.
Yeah. And then, of course, at the end, we had Ciampa come back.
Yeah. Which, just by the looks of it looks like he's still not ready.
Oh, he needs another 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still not ready.
Unfortunately.
He's limping away. So we'll see. But no, yeah, I thought that match, before it was over, I was already like, All right, that's the bar. That's the bar for the week. Somebody top that, and we'll see by the end of the show if anybody.
You sure
did.
about that? Because a lot of our listeners said Adam Cole versus Aleister Black was their match of the week pick.
That they said
no.
They set the bar.
You can have different opinions even if they're wrong. That's fine. But
he's been hanging around me too much.
Yeah, it's 2 hours a week. Yeah. There's no stupid questions. There's just stupid people. So that's what I like to live by. So that match just bam, dude. It was just the Aleister Black Adam Cole match was fucking awesome. It was bananas. It was awesome to the point where why I wouldn't rate it over this one is for the same reason Abel wouldn't rate the War Games match over any of the other ones because. Man, the first thing I can think of right now, if you ask me anything about that match, was Adam Cole's thumb.
Adam Cole's thumb.
Adam Cole's thumb.
His thumb.
His thumb. He's fucking like he busted that shit open.
He
cut
it open.
And they had to the doctors had to. All right.
Oh hell no! The first thing that comes to my mind is his back on those chairs.
Oh yeah.
God. Yeah. No, it was an awesome match. I'm just. To me, when an Extreme Rules match, man, you really, I mean, it did. Don't get me wrong. It to me, out of 1 out of 10, the match was a 9 to me. It's awesome, but you really have to really drive it home for me to remember an Extreme Rules match because all I can think of is Carnage. It's so easy to just get away with Carnage, That's why, oh yeah, it's cool, but they told the story with it, and it was cool. But to me, just the Gargano, match is so much better.
I think. I agree with you. I do like the main event better. That's me personally. It's still a match of the week candidate for me. Mm-hmm. And like you said, it's kind of easy to forget Carnage because there's a lot of stuff that happens and a lot of shenanigans and crazy spots. And yeah, the table or chairs put together, that was fucking brutal. I do remember that. I think that if they had upplayed even more so, the thing with Aleister where he doesn't need any weapons, he is the weapon. I think if they would have really almost to the point of overdoing it in this match, then it would have been maybe even better. Mm-hmm. Because they did it. There were elements of that in there. I think he looked at a kendo stick and threw it away.
Grabbed the chair and folded it open and sat down.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. But they were kind of just trying to play it more like, oh, he's a babyface good guy and he doesn't want to hit anybody.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't it. It was like there were elements. I just didn't feel like they did a full pronunciation of those elements in the match.
There's an other part to that that I noticed that I'm probably not going to get an answer to right now. Ever since Takeover War Games, Aleister Black's character's been a little bit more flamboyant. And for example, you're not going to appreciate episode 7 as much of Star Wars until you see episode 8 and realize, oh, this is why shit happened in 7. I'm waiting for the explanation weeks from now or months from now of either Aleister Black admitting it or Velveteen Dream playing up to it that there's a lot more of Velveteen and Aleister now because of that War Games match.
Okay.
It just took his time and lifted you up, and it was in that Velveteen match when he started being a little bit more like Velveteen and a little bit less like Aleister to play his own game. And I saw some residue of that in this match with Adam Cole, which I didn't think at the time was necessary. Again, not in a bad way, but that would probably, if it gets explained later on, that makes this match as good now. But since I don't have that now, I'm in the same boat with you. It's like 1A and 1B.
I can't think of the exact video game, movie, or other wrestling character or whatever that I can think of right now. But where I think they might be going with Aleister Black, that every single time he vanquishes one of his enemies or whatever people that he goes against, he takes something from
Mega Man.
Okay.
Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah.
Takes the weapon.
Yeah, he has that now. He has the personality now.
Yeah.
Aleister Black. He's Shang Tsung the motherfucker.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or Kirby.
Or Kirby. Yeah, he just he wears that now, as one of his things. And
only if he puts it in his mouth.
And whoever's next, then we'll go from there.
Interesting.
What NXT did for me was maybe realize that, man, NXT has a lot of superstars.
Yeah.
Dude, with just the Undisputed Era, that tag team match was fucking badass, dude.
Yes.
That's the best AOPs ever looked, in my opinion. And with Red Dragon, they're just shit.
You know what I was very pleased about in that match was, even though it was grossly obvious when you just looked at AOP and you looked at Red Dragon, it's like, and
there's no reason for
you know,
there's no reason for Undisputed to go over.
Yeah, there's no reason. But the way that especially not Fish, O'Reilly, the way O'Reilly was chopping Akam down like a tree with that leg, just like showing his
brawny.
I know that I have this task, and the way I'm gonna do it is by outsmarting the guy and out wrestling the guy and doing things to bring him down to my level. And it was masterful the way he was doing that. And that showed to me that in the matches with Red Dragon can win, not because they're the biggest or the fastest or the strongest, but they might be the smartest and best at wrestling.
He was breaking down that Colorado actually does study MMA, and he has done this and that. He knows what to do, how to bring him down. You know, it's exactly how you did. How you said, like, he chopped him out like a fucking tree, little by little. And by the end of the match, his hurt knee was what cost him the match.
Yep.
And to Akam, was it Akam?
To
Akam's credit, I have never heard him sell the way he was selling that match with O'Reilly.
That's what I'm saying. They're no, in my opinion,
they were both agonizing.
They're no longer green, in my opinion, for AOP. They're a little bit not above green.
That reminds me. I thought it was a botch there at the end when they tried to do the super collider and Akam just kind of like bounced back and fell down or whatever. I thought it was a botch, but it wasn't a botch. It was him selling the leg, and the way he did that made me think, he fucked up.
Yeah,
but that's a good thing.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that was so.
And the counter, the Hurricanrana to knock Razor out, and then to just roll it.
It was good. That was good storytelling.
Like
really to me, that ends AOP and NXT, and hopefully get called up.
All right. I'm sitting on the couch, been there. Portia Randy have been
fondling.
Well, throwing puns at me over here, saying, "I 100%. I'm a fan of Almas now." I'm like, oh Jesus. Okay, yeah.
Possibly,
yes.
The most entertaining 30 seconds of the week was Velveteen Dream in Philly. Joe Louis would have been proud of Ono getting knocked out in 30 seconds by Velveteen, just for a Velveteen to celebrate like he won the lottery and then turn around and eat that roaring elbow right in the mouth.
That was cool.
And the crowd
counting.
Yeah.
All it took was that little itty bitty promo before, and the crowd picked it up. I'm so proud of them that they picked it up right then and there, because like a little promo, you're not paying attention, you're in the arena, whatever, and it's like, But that shows they're fucking paying attention to that backstage promo, heard it, and then immediately implemented it. Good job, Philly.
We thank the Smarks for that. Casuals won't pick up on that.
True. Well, I mean, it's Philly and it was NXT, so it was the Smarkies of the Smarkies.
Yeah, it was good.
Cream of the crop.
After those 30 seconds, the match bottomed out. I agree. That's shocked afterwards. But yeah, those first 30 seconds are. It's like me. First 30 seconds of woo. After that, it's you know what, it is what it is. I'm here.
Pin me, pay me.
Yeah.
Give me my ribbon and orange slices.
Yes. What about the ladies' match? What do y'all think of that?
It won me, just like it won you over on Almas. It won me over on Baszler.
Yeah.
There's finally a defined character, and the fact that she lost, and it took a while for her to get over her mopiness and realize, I can still cut this bitch open. And sure enough, on the rail, choked her out, which she should have done in the first place. And I love the counter. I think they protected her in that match.
Oh yeah,
but both of them look good.
What I really loved about it is it wasn't like, it's kind of like when you're a casual UFC fighter, and I love this UFC reference because of Shayna Baszler, but yeah, that's exactly why. You're you see around like it's like round 2. They spend a minute to 2 minutes on the mat. You're just like, man, this is fucking boring. It's good.
That's every GSP match.
But if you really pay attention, they're fucking going at it. There were counters and counters and counters. Yeah. There was no rest holds in this match. There were actual just holds. Yeah. So that's why I like this match so much. I I was being real quiet about it because I mean I thought the ending was pretty cool, but I liked it. Ember Moon came out on top. She won, so it keeps her momentum. She's not just another girl who just got beat down by Baszler or whatever, but it also keeps Shayna strong. So
Okay.
in the storyline.
I made this comment months ago when it was just you and I that one week where is it Kairi Sane pretending to be an MMA fighter or Shayna Baszler the MMA fighter pretending to be a pro wrestler? She was not pretending to be a pro wrestler. That was the presentation of Shayna Baszler as if she was in the octagon. And Ember bounced off of that really well. It gave me flashbacks of Angle versus Samoa Joe when they had that shoot MMA fight at Lethal Lockdown inside the cage. That's what that felt like. It felt more of an ultimate fight than it did a women's match. And and I wasn't expecting it. The fact that I wasn't expecting it was refreshing to me.
Which gives you hope maybe for Ronda, but Shayna's on a whole nother level because Shayna's actually been wrestling.
She's been in indies for years. She's held belts already.
So that's what it's like.
I mean, maybe Ronda's been practicing with Shayna. I mean, you don't know. They do have the performance center. So
I'm just waiting for the meme that says WWE signs Ronda Rousey to full-time contract. She debuts at the Rumble. She doesn't show up on Raw or SmackDown the next day. Like every full-time.
We'll talk about Ronda, but I want to stick to this match real quick because okay, I'm probably wrong. I felt like there was way too much of Ember being in the arm bar to it be realistic.
That did take too long.
You think so?
I don't think so, and especially the way Ember sold it, and especially since Ember was in the Rumble the next day, she was still selling it.
Yeah,
I thought it was perfect.
She was selling the hell out of it, so I mean that's good. But
dude, she hit the fucking Eclipse and couldn't pin her because of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you would think as an MMA fighter, if that hold's not going to get it done, move on to the next one. And so I kind of think after a while that was a bit too long.
But what I was thinking, if that move's not getting it done, you hold on until it does.
Well, what I was thinking was that like I've seen MMA matches where it got him in an armbar, boom, okay, that's it, that's the end of the match. Like half a second, there's the extension, boom, I'm done. But like, there's the extension, I'm still here. Let me go to the rope. Let me go to this rope. Let me roll over and do this and do that. Like the arm would have been tore all the way back. I felt like that was kind of giving away the business a little bit there because it's like
a little.
Yeah, it's like remember when Brock, when he first came back, he used to do the Kimura.
Yeah,
he doesn't do that anymore because it was like, all right, dude, come on. If that was real, you just wouldn't be in the match. That'd be a fucking.
Ronda started in NXT. Randy said probably not because she's just such a big name. Then Seth said Samoa Joe is a big name.
Samoa Joe that's cross. I'm a huge Samoa Joe fan. I can tell my friends that watch ESPN and watch all kinds of sports. Hey man, Samoa Joe. I met Samoa Joe at a TNA. Who the hell's that guy? Yeah. We didn't even meet Ronda. We met the other three horsewomen at the Ring of Honor show.
The other three, not Ronda.
And the guys were like, "You son of a bitch! You met the horsewomen from fucking UFC." So no. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Seth. Samoa Joe, that's not the same thing.
The same people that are mad about Ronda Rousey debuting on the main roster of WWE are the same people that are mad when CM Punk going straight to UFC and not doing any fucking working his way up the ranks. Dude, it's money and it's star power. Nobody else has it. She's instantly the biggest women's star in WWE right now. Instantly. Okay. Not even close.
Was there any other match on the NXT card that we're forgetting?
Nope, that's it. Just 5.
No, but I do love the debuts of people in the crowd.
Oh yes, let's talk about that. War Machine.
Everyone basically that was rumored to have been signed.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is, you were bummed out earlier because they weren't going to be called a War Machine. They were just going to be called
Rowan Smith.
But as soon as they showed them, they said a War Machine. So everybody up. And this guy Richard O'Shea,
Ricochet.
Oh,
Prince Puma.
Yeah, Prince Puma. He was there. He's smaller, and then I thought he was. Like, he looks bigger in the.
He said the same thing about Adam Cole.
Yeah, yes, exactly, and it's working. But he's smaller than I thought he was. Even while watching Lucha, even while watching him in New Japan, he just there. Yeah, and EC3, I have zero opinion because I've known anything about him.
Well, I fucking love EC3. He was one of the few things that made TNA good to watch. Yeah, watchable.
That
in the later
promo
years.
that they put on WWE's Facebook, the exclusive, his first interview.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He needs some work.
Oh, really?
He does?
It didn't. It felt kind of forced. It didn't feel like everything that I've seen
you're
of
coming
EC3,
from one. Yeah,
everything I've seen from EC3 and TNA felt like it was him just being himself turned up to 11. This felt like at least he was told bullet points that he has to say it this way, and it just it's weird.
Shit.
But that's one.
Yeah,
that's just one. You don't get out on one strike. You know, 3. So we'll let that go.
Okay.
They taped Sanity's Nikki Cross against Lacey Evans. They taped TM61 against the Ely brothers, and if I'm not mistaken, they taped Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne for the UK title in this episode of Takeover post. Watch it next week.
Okay.
So that's it for NXT, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So then, before we get to Rumble, you got New Japan stuff you want to talk about, don't you?
So
I really need to know. I've been like super busy with all the wrestling shit and other stuff. Personally, I caught a glimpse on Twitter of what the hell happened. I follow Brandy Rhodes on everything, so that's how I know what the hell she does. But mostly, the only thing I really have left now is Twitter that I really get on. I don't really get on anything else. So when she posted like a thing of saying like, "Oh, you know, Kenny had it coming," he got, and I was like, "What?" And then that's kind of where I left it because, like, you know what, I'm gonna let Chris tell me.
New beginnings in Sapporo, Japan. It's about a week and a half long. The first weekend was last weekend, Rumble weekend. Night 1, Minoru Suzuki defeats Tanahashi for the Intercontinental title. Night 2, match of the week candidate. Jay White defeated Kenny Omega. Switchblade for the U.S. title. That was because I'd said, what the fuck's a Switchblade? The next night, when he turned a new dash against Omega, okay, now I know what a Switchblade is. Him beating Omega clean with the Young Bucks at ringside. I was like, watching it happen. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I can get into this. But then afterwards, Hangman Page comes in the ring and looks at Jay White like, I want a shot. And Kenny Omega's like, you better back up, man. I just lost.
Yeah,
I need my rematch. He respectfully, forcefully gives the belt to Jay and lets him leave.
It was for the belt?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I thought it was just like wow. So he lost his belt. It's like
And then here comes Hangman and Kenny getting face to face. Then here comes Cody. Skrull, Page, and Cody against Omega and the Young Bucks. And the Bucks are even trying to separate things. And then Kenny Omega pushes, I think it was Matt, pushes Matt down. And everybody's like, what the fuck, bro? And then Matt and Nick leave. And then Cody turns on Kenny. He attacks Kenny, lays him out with the crossroads. Skrull's like, what the fuck you doing? Paige is like, yeah. And then Cody's about to get the chair.
Yeah.
And out comes Ibushi.
Yeah.
And saves the day, and everybody splits, and then they wind up teasing that they're going to get together. Omega's on the ropes. Ibushi sticks out his hand. Omega's like, nah. And then Ibushi turns back around. Then he turns around again, gives him that cold stare, that come hither.
Hi. Those
Bam!
Hungry eyes.
Yeah. And they hug, and the little confetti falls. And so the teased reuniting of the golden lovers. Still don't know where the Young Bucks fall in all of this, but yeah, fans ate that shit.
Yeah, or where Kenny Omega and Bullet Club fit in.
Yeah, because there might still be a rift. And we still got a Sapporo of New Beginnings in Sapporo is going to be this Friday night / Saturday morning and Saturday night / Sunday morning, and then after that gets built up to the next big show, which is going to be Strong Style Evolved in Long Beach, California, which sold out in 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And that apparently, rumor has it, that's going to co-main event with Chris Jericho against Tetsuya Naito.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the payoff.
That's the payoff.
Nice. When is that?
March 25.
Oh.
Okay,
right before WrestleMania.
2 weekends before WrestleMania. WrestleMania is on the 8th of April.
Yeah. April 8th.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting stuff. So that, of course, spurred on all the rumors like, oh my God, Kenny Omega got kicked out of Bullet Club. He's going to be at the Royal Rumble. Oh my God, because that's the same thing that happened to AJ Styles. He got kicked out of Bullet Club. Next night, he was on Royal Rumble.
I purposely ignored the dirt sheets this weekend, bro, which I always do on Rumble because of that.
Well, here's why that I didn't put too much stock into that. Because, was it 2 weeks earlier?
They already announced the extension.
Kenny Omega said, I'm signed with New Japan for a week.
Yeah.
You know?
No, 2 years.
Or for a week, a year, but 2 years. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
and if you heard the Talk is Jericho podcast where Kenny Omega's on there, you know his plans is like, dude, I'm trying to elevate this shit. And yeah, eventually, he didn't say he wouldn't go to WWE. He just said that's not where I want to be right now.
Yeah.
He's very respectful of WWE, which is why I like what I like. But I don't want people to think like, oh, it's WWE or WWE Japan. Like, dude, why not both? You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. So it's like they're like, hey, cool, that's cool. That's what we do. This is what we do in the competition.
Yeah. So that's all pretty exciting though. So
but that did lead to
Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I stayed away from the internet all fucking. I stayed away from fucking Facebook. So I didn't want to know anything. I wanted to go in blind.
That's dangerous.
We ended the show last week talking about will they open the pay-per-view with the women?
Right.
I called the first part right. They opened with the 2-on-1. Were you pleased or disappointed that they ended the pay-per-view with the women's rumble? In the moment, I was kind of annoyed, but not for the reasons you think. It's hard to show the women. You do it. Let it happen. Let the women happen. Not force them down. Which is why I'm annoyed at the next thing that's gonna do. Hashtag time's up.
Yeah. No, that's cool. But I was just saying, I was like, dude, let it happen naturally, and this is not. Don't like, hey, this is going on. Hey, this is happening. Let us be like, hey, this is happening. Don't tell us it's happening. Let us realize it's happening. So, but other than that, when it was all said and done, when the Royal Rumble pay-per-view was over, I was like, that was the right decision, and I'm glad they did it. My thing was, started at 6. I watched the triple threat, the handicap match. Cool. I watched the Usos match. I was like, this is like 6:40. My daughter gets hungry. I'm like, it's fucking 6:45. The Rumbles, I guess they're gonna do them back to back. They're not gonna do the men or the women anytime soon. I get in my car. I drive 2 blocks. Tap on the network. Michael Cole saying, "Oh, the men's Royal Rumble's up next." What the fuck? I fucking haul ass to Burger King, get my daughter some nuggets, haul ass back. Fucking just run in there just in time for the intro. I was like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell? Fucking blindsided me out of nowhere, man.
They got you.
I wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
Yeah.
All right.
The moment that the men's rumble was announced, I knew Ronda was ending the show.
Yeah.
And again, I had avoided the internet all day. I knew it. That was, no disrespect to the women in that rumble. We're going to get to that in a minute. Without Ronda, there's no reason for the women's rumble to the end of the show. It would have fallen pretty flat if it wasn't with Ronda.
I don't think it would have fallen flat. I just don't think it would have gotten that much hype.
There you go. Again, not to be hard. Royal Rumble pay-per-view with a women's Royal Rumble.
Agreed.
If you continue the way you are now.
Because you can't bring back 12 All-Stars every year.
No.
You're going to have to bring in some NXT people. You're going to have to save some of them.
You might not even have to do it every year.
Oh, no, dude.
I'm just saying you might not have to.
You really think that this is one and done? Women's Royal Rumble?
No, I'm just saying it's.
I don't think it's one and done.
I'm just saying it's not necessarily forced. It might be on WWE centers. What I'm saying is, if they don't do a women's Royal Rumble next year, I'm not going to be mad, but I'm going to be happy that the first one exists.
Because you're a guy.
No, not even then.
Ladies, would you be upset if there's not a Royal Rumble next year?
There you go.
Yeah, and it's not because I'm not a man. It's just because okay, cool, we got that aspect out of it, and it doesn't have to happen every year. And then after that, it's okay, fine. Or even then. If there's not a men's Royal Rumble and there is a women's Royal Rumble next year,
if there's not a men's Royal Rumble,
listen, if people would just let me goddamn finish. If one or the other, basically what I'm saying is 2 Rumbles was badass one year, every year 2 Rumbles, man, I don't know. It's kind of like how people feel about the 3rd hour of Raw. It's kind of like, dude, to some people it's too much. To some
Elimination Chambers, 2 Hell in a Cells, 2 fucking TLCs, 8 different that's the new norm with this company.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
Unfortunately you're gonna get 2 Rumbles every year now.
I'm just giving my opinion as far as quality over quantity. I mean, just doesn't have to like just we'll get to fuck it. We'll just go ahead and say it. There's an Elimination Chamber for the women. That's cool. But I mean,
you still feel like that's forced?
Yeah. But and I'm not saying it's a bad thing for these things to happen. I'm just saying they're doing things to do them, not because they got there organically. Like the first Hell in a Cell match was perfect because it was not like, oh, we have to make this happen. It was like, hey, the
fans made that happen. Exactly. We were complaining on the internet, on Twitter, on Facebook. It's like the women's feud, Sasha versus Charlotte at the time, that was the most invested and most built storyline out of everything on that roster. If you were not ending Hell in a Cell with the women's Hell in a Cell, you were doing a disservice. Now, every 5 minutes, let's make history again. Hashtag this. Stephanie McMahon showing, like, standing up, hoity-toity, you know, just to do it instead of just letting shit happen. Like in that aspect.
That's where I'm trying to get. Maybe I'm not making my point clear, but that's exactly where I'm heading at. I'm heading more of like, dude, if it happens like right now, the Elimination Chamber, since it got announced already, that's fine. But if it were to get announced like in a week or 2 instead, then it would be cool because on Monday after the Royal Rumble, you saw the best version of Sasha Banks I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah.
And that is natural, and that is like, dude, that shows that an Elimination Chamber match, like style match, can come out of Sasha at least. We know it can come out of Asuka. And we just have to have other girls who can say that kind of match because those matches are fucking brutal.
Well, okay, let's go back to when the first Elimination Chamber match came about. It wasn't like, hey, we're going to have this match, and let's just grab 6 guys to throw in there. No, it was like all these people were contending for the top spot, and it was just a big clusterfuck. And then it's like, you know what? We're going to settle this, and then let's come up with the idea of the Elimination Chamber match. Yeah. So it's like the match was driven by the story. The story's not driven by the match, you know? Exactly. I think that's where you guys are trying to get to. You know, let the story culminate to justify having a specific match.
Yep.
The problem with having the way that you have pay-per-views now where set Hell in a Cell is set, like these are dates on the calendar that you have to fill those spots. It's like, it's a little...
By this logic,
next a little saccharine, you know?
Next June, we're going to have the Queen of the Ring pay-per-view.
Possibly.
Which I'm not.
Well, I mean, we have the Mae Young Classic.
Exactly, isn't it? Which I'm not complaining about. It's just like it's something that's it's starting to get predictable. Which, I mean, isn't necessarily a bad thing when you come to think about it. Like, okay, cool. That means just women's have a fucking women can do it too.
Right.
It's just like, dude, again, let it happen.
All right. Randy sitting on the couch says this: if you want equality to happen organically, you'll be forever waiting.
Yeah, what were your last words that you just said? What was the last sentence you just said? Just let it happen?
Yeah, just let it happen.
Oh, man, women have been waiting for things to happen forever. And they have that's the head side of the coin. You say, just let it happen. The women's like, bitch, I've been waiting for decades.
It ain't gonna happen.
And now for the women, it's like you pinch the hose, and all of a sudden you're letting the hose go, and all of it's just coming out. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's feeling like bam, 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 even though technically
this should have been.
It should have always been the norm. Yeah. The problem was you blame Vince for quitting the women's division when freaking Alonzo Blaze dropped the belt in the trash in '96, and after that, it feels like we've never gotten back to that moment before Vince killed the women's division. Pre-Attitude Era, and we're still building to that. Not to mention, we as a society, guys are dumb. Yeah. When half of the women in the Rumble are getting chants for their husbands, we got a long way to go.
Dude, that fucking pissed me off, man.
It was funny the first time, and then by the 8th, I was like, all right, man, Philly. You did so good on Saturday. What the hell, man?
Yeah, dude, it's like, okay, come on, man. Like, Michelle McCool had a fucking strong outing in that Royal Rumble. Dude, she can hang still.
Yeah,
she
was a little rusty in the beginning, but the payoff was good. Yeah.
Dude, most of the girls that came back from the Divas era,
they learned.
Molly Holly
looked good. Molly Holly looked amazing.
She looked amazing in the ring, and she looked amazing. And dude. I'm going to say Kelly. What the fuck? I was like, hey, she wasn't just. She was like
kind of somewhat learned how to wrestle.
Exactly. Tori Wilson.
Yeah.
Was fucking. I mean, dude, everybody. But Michelle McCool was the one that stood out to me that like really impressed the dog shit out of me, dude. It was fucking awesome.
All right.
Rough.
To backtrack just a little bit here, to answer your question, Chris. When I first heard that it was announced.
Oh, it was just you.
Yeah. When I first heard that it was announced that the women were going to go on last, I was excited. I was like, whoa, holy crap, they're really taking this seriously. I kind of flipped at the end of it. I do think that the men's Royal Rumble match was better than the women's Royal Rumble match on this particular night.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm proud that history was made. I'm glad that they rolled out the red carpet and pulled out all the stops and whistles and everything to say that, hey, we're going to have Stephanie McMahon on commentary. We're going to have all this fucking pomp and circumstance go into it. That was great. The match itself didn't feel quite as good to me.
Yeah.
I felt like that there was too much of a reliance on the legends coming back. I would have liked to have seen maybe one or two less and maybe one or two more from CWC or from NXT.
I would say 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're planning on doing more,
name them off. Jacqueline had no business there, in my opinion. Vicky was fun, but I would rather
a waste of spot.
In the Rumble.
Okay, so Jacqueline, who else would you have taken out?
I would have kept Molly. I would have kept Trish.
Taking Tori and Kelly? Oh.
Yeah.
I would have saved Tori, Kelly, and Lita for next year's.
Yeah.
It feels like you blew your load too much with all these legends, you know? So you need to spread some of this shit out. Man.
Next year, we're going
to hopefully next year. Hopefully by next here already healed up and she gets in there for a bit. Hopefully by next year, Victoria. Hopefully by next year, Maria already given her birth to her kid and she's already in there. She's back in shape, ready to go.
Torres.
Porsche says Maria and Maurice, they're pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, Christy Hemme, she just got done giving birth.
Gail Kim.
Here's
my biggest issue with the Women's Royal Rumble. You hit the nail on the head on the first part. A lot of it was the rush of seeing the women do things. Maybe a little bit was seeing how they were going to screw up, trying to throw them over the top rope because a lot of it was foreign to a lot of them.
Yeah.
But the biggest flaw for me were the final 4. You had 3 part-timers and Asuka.
Yeah.
You know, a regular wrestling fan watching a male's rumble would be like, oh, they're making it too fucking obvious that it's Asuka.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling that at the moment because I'm still on the dopamine. I'm still on the high that we're getting a fucking Women's Royal Rumble.
Dude.
And Trish still looked flawless. I'm still remembering WrestleMania 22 and
she did it. She did it to Mickey.
Yeah.
So
and but that last Rumble match was booked so well. They knew when to have Roman, like everything, the whole thing. This is the first men's Royal Rumble in about 5 years where I feel like from front to back, I think they got it right.
Almost exactly what I said after it was done. I was like, this is the first time that I can remember. And since I got back into wrestling in 2011. Since then, I've hated every Royal Rumble outcome. So since outcome. I've just been like, oh god damn it, why? This one I was okay with, and I was just like, but I mean, come on. All of us were like, you better know.
Came towards the end because you could enjoy the first 45 or 50 minutes, and then when Roman comes out, that's when you're like at the edge of your seat going, oh
boy, for about 30 seconds, I was elbowing my wife going. After number 30 came out, I was like, look, I kind of called this shit. I kind of called it Dolph Ziggler's going to fucking win the goddamn Royal Rumble. He's going to fucking do it. Man, he's gone.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about the men's Rumble. I think we kind of are already.
Yeah.
I do think it was a better Rumble.
Yeah.
If we are counting Royal Rumbles as match of the week candidates, I'm not sure if I would say either one was, even though both of them were entertaining. I did like both of them.
I wouldn't count them.
The feed has been stopping and skipping, and it is not streaming right. Do you guys want to pause?
Yeah, we look really blurry right now too.
We've been looking on here, and it's been looking okay here.
But no, look at your phone.
Not there and there.
On the phone, on the iPad, and I had Aaron check, and he said it's skipping for him too.
Okay.
So I wanted to inform you, give you guys the option.
Okay, then yeah, let's pause before we really hit onto the good Royal Rumble stuff and Raw stuff. We'll be back. Let's play those updates.